Nobody sang to me on my birthday on a Zoom.
On a Zoom. Oh, let's go back and do one.
I'm so disappointed.
Sorry, dude. Okay, you guys are unmuted. Ready?
Okay, ready? One, two, three. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jessica. Happy birthday to you.
Y'all are the best. Thank you.
I saw so many people not singing. So everybody who didn't sing, drop and give me 5 burpees right now.
Y'all better hurry up and sing. Okay, I'm muting y'all. Love you.
I'm muted myself because I'm a rebel. Okay, so we're going to get started real quick. I saw a couple of you guys say that you had a few potentials on and that you confirmed that they're here. So welcome. If you are just hopping on, you probably not only think we're insane, but you also know that we really love each other. You are on here because somebody cares about you enough to want better for you and want better for your family and want better for your life. So most of you guys on here should know that we are a part of a company called Prove It, and we sell exogenous ketones. If you haven't watched the campfire video yet, that's your first order of business as soon as you get off of here. But I wanted to introduce myself really quick. I'm Sierra. The beautiful brunette over there is Ashley. And then Jessica Davenport. We're just going to kind of tell you a little bit about our story and how we got started with Prove It. About 11 months ago now. We are coming up on the 11-month mark here in a couple of days. And to say that your life can change in 11 months sounds so cliche, but it could not be any more true. If you guys have been a part of this for a little while and Prove It has made any change whatsoever in your life, toss a hand up. So those changes could be anything. It could be how you feel. It could be, financial. It could be that, Prove It has helped you be a better mom. Whatever the situation is, everyone has a story, and everyone on here has a story. So we're going to hear a couple of those stories. I'm going to share mine with you in like 45 seconds. And then Jessica Davenport has the most amazing testimony. And I'm going before her because I know that I for sure can't follow her. But anyway, I'm Sierra. I found ketones through my best friends Ashley and Jessica, who are on here, a little under 11 months ago. So I was 37 weeks pregnant when I started drinking ketones, and I obviously wasn't in it for the fat loss, which is what probably 99.99% of the women who start drinking exogenous ketones are probably drinking it for, because that wasn't really a reality for me at 37 weeks pregnant. I just prayed for some energy to get through my day because I also had a 2-year-old daughter, and I worked 2 businesses from home. I was extremely exhausted. I did not sleep ever because I had a 2-year-old, and when you're 37 weeks pregnant, you also just don't sleep because that's just not comfortable, and it's just not a thing that happens when you're that pregnant. And I was also financially struggling. Our family was struggling. I was actually at the point where I was like, oh my goodness, like, what am I going to do? I need to get a job outside the home because what I'm doing at home isn't cutting it. We were in credit card debt up to our eyeballs. And it was just not looking good. And then I was sitting there thinking, well, who the heck is going to hire a girl who's 37 weeks pregnant? Like, that's not even, like, who gets a job and then has a baby in 2 weeks? That's not going to happen. And that wasn't very realistic. So, I mean, it absolutely was a godsend that Prove It was brought into my life when it was. In the last 11 months, not only do I have 2 beautiful, healthy children, but we have completely changed our financial future. We are out of credit card debt. I used our last $1,000 we had on any credit card to really kickstart my business the way that I wanted to. And now we paid off all of those credit cards, drive around in a nice, awesome, brand new luxury vehicle paid for by Prove It. And my kids get to like travel the world with me, and I do this full time. And to say that it has blessed me to be a promoter is absolutely an understatement. And on top of that, I have amazing mental clarity. So things that used to take me 6 hours to do, I can now get done really quickly because I'm able to focus. I can sleep through the night when my 8-month-old decides to let me sleep through the night. Well, 9-month-old. When he decides to let me sleep through the night, then I can actually sleep, and I sleep really well, and I fall asleep easily. So I know that that was Ashley's main benefit she was super excited about is, there we go, exactly what I was going to say, is sleep, because I used to go to bed, and I would lay there, and I would toss and turn for 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours, look at the clock every 45 minutes because I was still awake, and I'm like, when am I ever going to get to sleep? Now you can ask John. I lay down in bed, and if my baby is asleep, I'm out in like 4 minutes flat. Snoring, sleeping like a log, like I am passed out. And so that is an amazing benefit. And so you guys have all probably, I do snore, Ashley knows. If you have drank ketones before, if you have not drank ketones before, the benefits are endless. We could go on for hours about the benefits. But instead you're here because you want to learn a little bit more about the business side. So I'm going to pass it off to Jessica Davenport because if you thought my story was even remotely interesting, Jessica's story completely just will blow your mind. So grab your tissues. Jessica Davenport can unmute herself, and we'll go ahead and pass it over to you.
Oh, me. Oh, thank you, Sarah. But y'all, I'm telling you, I can just start by just saying this is, if you pray for something and then something comes in your life, and it's just such a blessing. Like when I talk about Prove It and stuff to other people, I'm like, you just have no idea. Like it's a blessing. And they're like, well, how does a company become a blessing to you? And I'm like, you just have no idea. Just let me tell you, And I'm telling you, I used to be a dental hygienist by trade. I was at work one day, and we had a lot of stuff going on with my kids, a lot of testing, 2 years and 10 specialists, just trying to figure out what was wrong with my son. I got a call one day, and I never went back to work. Both of my children have a super, super rare disease. It's one of the rarest diseases known, and they're the first siblings in the United States. Their life expectancy is not past 10 years old. We have to raise $6 million to be able to change that. We spend $30,000 a month. I started a nonprofit organization, and it's crazy, but by the grace of God, we send that $30,000 a month. So it was in January. It was actually before that. It was in November. I started watching, and now I want to kick myself in the tail for watching these beautiful ladies on here, Ashley and Sierra and Jessica, for so long. I watched them for 2 months. I thought, what is this stuff they're posting about? Like, that can't be real. That can't be that. Whatever. I don't need any of that stuff. You can imagine the stress and the no sleep and just my overall mood. I've always been a really happy person. I've always been a real energetic person. But when I got my children's diagnosis, I didn't, there was times in the day where I just went and hid in my closet and cried, and I probably cried talking about telling my story, but, there was a time where I didn't even want to face the day. And one of my really good friends, she's actually my sponsor, Lindsay, had a really bad day. We were on our way home from Birmingham on Cruises Infusion. I had seen her post about it. I've seen her real results. I've known her for half my life. And so I knew exactly she was, I knew that those were real. And so I just called her and I asked her to put a 5-day in her mailbox. Y'all, when I say something is life-changing, it's life-changing. And I don't use that word very, very lightly. So I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, I was on day 2 of my trial, and I finally slept all night. I felt the energy. I thought, okay, this is a coincidence. I just slept all night. It's all in my head. No, I have slept all night like a rock since January the 7th. And I will always remember that date, because when something impacts your life that much, you're going to I mean, you're going to remember it. And I just knew, I remember telling Kyle, there's something to all the research and the science behind this product that, the doctor's live videos and stuff, there's something to it. If I slept all night, I wasn't up, I wasn't wandering around my house, I wasn't, I have energy now. Like I'm able to be the mom that I need to be all day for Cruz and Paisley now. They're on a lot of medicine. My son's in total kidney failure. We have dialysis at night. So literally, I'm telling you, this product will change your life. And the business side has done just that for my family too. I was very nervous about getting in the business side because we run a nonprofit organization. I thought there's no way I'm going to have time to do all this. Let me just tell you, yes, you do. Yes, you do. And what you put in, you get back out tenfold. Like, I'm just telling you that. Like, I jumped right in, and we have, in that year's time of the diagnosis and all that, we have racked up medical bills that totaled more than a brand new car. Okay? Medical bills that we just paid $10 and $15 a month on just so they wouldn't turn us over to collections. In my first couple of months with Prove It, every single one of those medical bills were paid off. Okay? Just think about that. Think about the burden that took off of Kyle and I. Our nonprofit covers research. It does not cover one bit of our medical bills. Every bit of our medical bills are our responsibility. Our house was up for sale before Prove It. Because what do you do when you find out about your children's diagnosis? Then you have to raise a lot of money. You sell everything you own. You don't know what to do, so you just put everything up for sale because, you know what I mean? You don't know. Well, that's not good for my children either, because now, you're taking them out of their home. So we took our house off the market shortly after Prove It. And there was times where I was able to triple my dental hygiene income. Like, there was just crazy times where you can make this whatever you want to. And when I say something's a blessing, like, it's what we prayed for. We prayed for this opportunity. And then when it came, like, all you can do is just cry because you're just like, what do you think this is? It's really it. Okay. And like, that's all I can say. Like, what you think it is, it is. And you're going to get out what you put in. And when you feel amazing, like, you're unstoppable. I mean, really, like, you can do whatever you want to do with this. You just want free product, get free product. If you want to pay off a credit card, pay off a credit card. If you want to take your family anywhere you want to, take them anywhere you want to. If you are in my situation and you have medical bills piling up, pay them. Let's do it. It's a blessing. That's all I can say is it's changed my life. It's changed my family's life, and I finally have my life back. So.
Your story always gives me goosebumps. Like, it just because, I don't know, I love you so much, and it just makes me so happy to hear it, to hear how much your life has changed since you joined Prove It. And that's the other thing that's so amazing, and that we don't always mention on every single potential promoter Zoom, but it's truly a family. And I know that gets thrown around a lot, and you hear people talk about their work family or their church family. But like, this is like something that I've never experienced before. Like, the people who are on this Zoom and who you're looking at, like, truly, truly care about you as a person and care about your family, and care about you doing well and your success. And we are all literally here for every single person who's a part of our team, because when one of us succeeds, we literally all succeed. And so, it's one of those things that if you have a question at 2:00 in the morning, there is somebody who is going to be awake at 2:00 in the morning who's going to help you. It's probably me because my baby's awake. But if 2:00 in the morning, if you do have a question, it's probably me. You should probably go ahead and send it to me. But there's always somebody who's there to hold your hand and to encourage you and to help you, and to answer the questions that you don't have the answer for. And I know that you're sitting here and you're overwhelmed and you're thinking, like, these girls, they're crazy. But I promise you, if you just get started, your life is going to be so different, and you're going to look back and you're going to be like, October 10th. Just like I know that mine was November 13th. Like November 13th was my day, and Jessica said January 7th was her day. Like you're going to look back and you're going to think October 10th. That's going to be your day, and you're going to remember that for the rest of your life. But how to get started? You guys are all sitting here going, okay, well, she's crazy, but maybe I kind of still want to do this. So how to get started? So Ashley is amazing at getting people started and getting them set up for success. So Ash, do you want to talk to him about like the first steps and how to really get started?
Well, first of all, if you're not fired the freak up, call 911 because something is wrong with you and you need help. But literally, guys, it's so simple. What the girl said is so true. I started the exact same day as Sierra, and it's just been a blessing ever since then. $37 is all it takes, and that is an annual fee, and that covers 4 websites. You get an app on your phone that updates you with everything that happens in your business. So anytime that Prove It has an awesome promotion or an update or a customer places an order from your website, all the fun stuff, you get updated immediately on your phone. You get all of our support and love. I promise you, like she said, we're here for you every step of the way. The best part, my favorite part, is you don't have to be an expert. Like you just need $37, like, and you need just to want to change your future for yourself and for your family. And you just need that hope of things can be better for you in your situation currently. But that's it. Like that's literally it. You don't have to be an expert. It doesn't matter where you're from, what your background is, what you do right now. If you've never freaking had a job, like that doesn't matter. There's no qualifications. You just have to want to change your future and then just get in, however you can get in, get in. We do have some really awesome promoter packages. We do recommend starting with some product just because think about this. When I first got started and I was super excited about this little magic in a bottle right here, when I told my best friends, what's the first thing they said? How can I get it? So I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to have some on hand because I know they're all going to beat down my front door to get it, right? So we do have some really cool promoter packs that you can get started with and just get with the person that invited you. We can go over those. There's one that we do all recommend. We started with. Sierra did, Jessica did. There's a couple on here tonight that started, and they're going to agree with me too. It gives you 40 trials. So it's 40 people immediately that you can share 200 servings with. It's called our experience package. And so it's the one I always recommend because you can reach so many people just right out the gate immediately. You're also going to get double pay. So your first month, you're going to make double whatever you would make. So if you're going to make $100, you would make $200 instead. I know for myself, for Sierra, for Jessica, that was a ton and a ton and a ton of extra money for me in my first full month. It changed my life in 30 days. That's not an exaggeration. And then you also get a pay raise for a whole year. So if you are on here tonight and you're thinking, I'm ready to go. Like, I don't have anything that's holding me back. I want to do this. These girls have convinced me. God has led me here. Whatever's happening in your life has told you this is where you should be tonight. And you want to go all in and you're serious and you want to do these crazy things and you want to get that luxury car bonus and you want to reach as many people as you can, hands down, the experience pack is the way to go every time. But guess what else? Like I said, you can get in however you can get in with $37 and we can figure the rest out later. We just want you to get started because we know what kind of an impact this can have on you and your life. And something else I really want you to think about. Keto and Prove It are coming into your neighborhood. So whether they come into your neighborhood because of you or because of somebody else, like it's coming, guys. Like it's coming. People have heard of ketosis. People have heard of low carb. People feel like crap. They eat like crap. They have no energy. They're freaking tired. They're sick and tired of being sick and tired. And so they're looking for something, and we have that. And so I would love nothing more than for you to be that person to share that with them. We're here for you. Like we are 100% here for you tonight, just like we'll be here for you tomorrow. If you have questions, please feel free to drop them in the box over here in the chat, or raise your hand or unmute yourself and just ask. Or if you have something that you want to share that's on your heart tonight, please go ahead. But just know that we all started because we had hope and we had that prayer and we just knew there was something bigger than us out there. And it just so happened to be keto. And it's been just such a great platform for all of us. And it just really doesn't matter what your reasoning is. Like Jessica said, if you just want to pay off some credit card debt, if you want to go on a nice vacation yearly, if you want to make $20,000 a month, I mean, guys, like it is unlimited possibilities here. So we just want to see your pretty face on our team so we can help you change your future for yourself, for your family, just for anybody. So who has questions?
Anybody?
Nothing?
No questions?
Well, I
It's
just
just
know.
because you gave all the information so well, Ashley, that
I
you have
know. I just know that Prove It has changed my life, like drastically, completely. I've done a 180 where I am as a person, physically, financially, mentally, like spiritually. And I truly, in my heart, feel like it's my responsibility to share this with people. Like, I feel like I'm doing injustice to people if I don't tell them about this. And if you don't jump on this bandwagon right now, you are going to regret it. And I want to be here to say, come on, we'll still welcome you. I won't say I told you so. I'll just tell you to come on when you're ready. But we have a really awesome call that starts in about 20 minutes. It's Prove It's guest call. It's every Tuesday night. It's so much fun. It's a lot of really good information. Jessica Craig is awesome, even though she can't talk. She put the call information on the side in the chat box. So just take note of that and save it. It's a really great call. Your line's muted. Nobody can hear you. So if you're doing yoga in your front yard, if you're jogging down the road, whatever your jam is on a Tuesday night, nobody can hear you, so just hop on. But if nobody has any questions, please reach out to the person that invited you on the call tonight and one of us. We would be so happy to talk with you in private. We could do a call. We could do a group message, whatever would be easiest for you. But we just want to see your pretty face on our team. Jessica said, I wish y'all could see me. I look amazing. I don't know if I believe that, but she always looks amazing, so maybe so. But we're just excited. We love y'all so much. Sierra, Jessica, do you have anything last minute you want to say before we hop off?
I just think that the most powerful thing that was ever really said to me or just really hit me in the heart when I went to one of my first events was just like, it doesn't matter who you know. There are 5 people in your life who deserve a better life, who deserve to live longer, who deserve to have more energy, who deserve to feel the way that we all feel. Everybody knows at least 5 people in their life who deserve what we have. And that's how it all starts. Like, it all starts because you love a couple of people, like Ashley and Jessica loved me enough to share it with me. That's how you get started. It's only started with the people that you love, and everybody has a few people that they love enough that they want better for them. So don't worry about anything else. Don't worry about, I don't have a ton of Facebook friends, or I work at home and I don't get out very much, or I'm scared to talk to people in public, or I don't want to do those crazy in-home parties that people do at other businesses. Like, don't worry about any of that. That's not what's important. What's important is the fact that even if you just change one person's life, that's huge. Like, that's huge. How many people can say that somebody's looked at them and said, like, what you did changed my life? And that's the coolest feeling ever. So if you've ever, had somebody say that to you, or if you've ever said that to somebody, you know how powerful that is. And that's literally our job every single day. So, like, how many people get to say that they wake up every single morning and the whole reason they get out of bed is to change lives? Like, that's what you get to do when you're a part of Prove It. So if you are ready to change some lives, please get in contact with us. So I love you guys. Love you.
Love you guys.
Y'all have a good night.
Hope to see you on our team soon.